and then snowball really started to grow from that moment on.
Definitely so. Well, it's going to be Infernal Shrines as the map pick here for L5, as Mighty will take yet again the first pick. So this is going to be a totally different map than what we saw before. Yes, there are some rotational plays you can make, and macro is going to be important, but not as important. And I don't think that we're going to see Mighty go down that same path here with the Falstad ban, because it led to the Vala pick, and they felt forced to go Tast Arterial. They took a big risk. It didn't pay off. This draft should be very different. In fact, I think Mighty should probably just ban Zarya this time.
Self-ban Zarya, even. What
In
I
this
call
case,
self-ban.
yeah.
But they still have Kerrigan and Johanna. There are lots of other not as popular heroes available from the other battlegrounds, but this one, especially Kerrigan, even Sergeant Hammer, you'll see they decide to just go ahead and ban Ragnaros from the start.
Super strong solo Shriner, and obviously can poke at the shrine. Super high utility with the shrines close to the fort. Tastar gets banned. This means Mighty could pick up Zarya if they want a first pick, but that's not really how this works, so I don't think that's going to happen. And Sans played a weak Zarya. He was part of the reason why they lost that game, because he was so indecisive with his top lane Zarya, whether he was going to come or stay, and that one Siege Giant camp at the top lane did way more than he was supposed to. They're going to take the safer ban, or the safer pick here with Falstad, and I like that choice.
I'm already excited what kind of other team comp that Mighty has planned. I'm sure they have some other team comps prepared, just like game number 1. That was a super risky move, going in all gray main. It seemed like it was working at the beginning, very beginning, when like the tributes spawned at the top. But later on, we saw L5 was better coordinated, and this game just carried on. But coming into Infernal Shrines, Mighty really needs to macro. I'm sure L5, there's a Kerrigan and there's a Malfurion. Strongest 2 picks, probably the best support right now. And Kerrigan on this map, just I have no words to say.
Malfurion's Innervate will help keep her mana up. That's one of Kerrigan's weaknesses, her low mana pool. Obviously, she can talent, and she always does talent to make it a little bit better, but even with the talents for it, sometimes she just runs out of mana. The cooldown reduction for her Q that she gets when she gets the reset is insanely powerful, but when you pair that with Innervate as well, you have your combo way more often. It's such a great and strong combo. It might be time to press the D button here if you're Mighty. Is it time to see Diablo? We haven't seen him yet. He's been banned 3 or 4 times in this tournament, but we have not seen him played yet, and I really think it might be time for Mighty to press that panic button, pull the Diablo out here, and try to win it that way. Obviously, Diablo can struggle against Kerrigan if he's comboed, but you can also control the early game with him so much. He's a great solo Shriner.
But Diablo's also pair up really well with Malfurion's root. But that's already taken. But there goes Zarya again. They're going to try that one more time.
Okay, I think
But
this
this time
Ariel
going
ban.
on, yeah, this time pressing on Vala and Falstad, not just one.
I think that this is an Ariel ban easily. Ariel's a great support to pair with all of this. Can save Vala when she's up on the front lines. They have the shielding now from Zarya. The Tast shielding, but the Zarya shielding is quite significant.
They can just go, yeah, ban out ETC again. That's just to counter Joker. I don't think Tyrael was that much of a made that much of a difference here. But they did win against Miracle by Joker having that Johanna on this map. So they're also considering that. Going towards a tank ban seems to be the smarter choice.
Interesting with the Zarya or the Johanna here, as it looks like they want to go down the Tychus path on their side afterwards. If that's going to be what they ban here, Mighty could just counterwise ban that as well. Oriole is not like the be-all, end-all here. It's not something that Mighty has to pick. But I was going to say, I just think the Oriole ban is the better ban, and they decide to go with it here.
You win.
And it's not that I win. I mean, there's obviously different opinions. That's a cool thing about ban and pick. There's never a perfect right answer.
Yeah, you just have to make a choice and see if it works out. And you just have to make what you get from draft. You just have to deal with it in the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But in a tournament like in a league system like this, everything matters. One game matters. It may actually go into tiebreaker at the very last day.
It absolutely very well could. This is a tougher ban for Mighty than it was for L5, although they spent their entire time pulled regardless, because there's no standout ban here. You already have your Soul Shrine, you have a healer, but tanks and damage are still galore. I think for me, if I had to do a safe ban here, I'd lead towards the Tychus.
I
think
would go
Tychus
for
is good.
Diablo, as I said. Diablo and Alfirian combo is pretty strong, but they can go ahead, and Gul'dan does have very strong wave clear, so just taking that out.
성전의 부름을
Poke. They get the
따르겠습니다.
Johanna here. They really wanted that. And it's gonna mean we're definitely going to see Mage Falstad. There's the Tychus. They were, of course, going to pick this one up. The Gul'dan was something we might have seen for its wave clear to push the wave past the shrine so that Kerrigan can get on top of it, start getting her Q resets, and go to town. But this is pretty, I'd say, like, pretty L5 favored, to be honest, at this point in time. Mighty can absolutely make this work, but it feels desperate. Like, Zarya, Vala, it's strong, but it's not great, and they don't have Ariel. So, in terms of what's the big hero here, I have to want to say Falstad, actually. It's not his best map, but he's got global presence. He can harass and get EXP. On L5, the answer is obvious. They have Kerrigan. Where's Mighty's answer to this?
Mighty can just still go ahead with ETC and pair up with that speed boost on Vala and Falstad auto attack. And ETC and Joker seems to be doing pretty okay on ETC. That was almost banned from L5, seems like. And just a Rehgar at the end, or even Morales, they want to sustain this fight because they already know that L5 has the upper hand in the draft when it comes to shrine fights.
So basically, the target for the Morales is most likely to be ETC most of the time. He's going to be up in the front lines trying to counteract Kerrigan, get her disposition so Vala and Falstad can burst her down. It's going to be Mage Falstad here. Honestly, though, I have to say I like L5's draft more. If they catch Morales for any reason, things are going to get hairy. Looks like it's time, though, guys, to go into game number 2 to see if L5 can push it to match point or if Mighty is going to tie it up. Let's go into Infernal Shrines. In blue, L5, defending world champions. 2 world championships. SC on Tychus, Nitrogen on Li Ming, Zhonga on Kerrigan, Noblesse on Johanna, and Swoi on Malfurion. Like I say at the end of every time of L5's plan, they always get that Malf.
And in red, Mighty, Joker on ETC, Sands on Zarya, Mike Magi on Falstad, Nasang on Lieutenant Morales, and SDE on Vala.
Alright, a surprise that Swoi was waiting so long to choose Shandos here. Definitely giving the consideration to
maybe scouting drone.
Yeah, the scouting drone.
The Nasang is medic, of course.
Nasang will have scouting drone himself, and this is going to give them a little bit more vision, and that's going to be important. The scouting drone would help Li Ming actually have vision to poke, and would also allow Kerrigan to do some more Qs into battles if she has more vision. That's super important. She can't jump if she can't see where she's jumping to.
Look at Mighty, all 5 of them just hanging out until they see all of L5 in the other lane, just being super cautious. We saw Sands just popping that Q around just in case they were hiding somewhere around them. This looks good so far, but L5 starting the lane phase a little bit quicker than Mighty. Okay, Falstad also showing, as you said, going toward that Q build.
Yeah, I think you really have to, especially against Johanna. And if you can burst Kerrigan down with the big boomerang, you got a lot of stacks. You have ETC, get Kerrigan out of position. You've got Morales to heal for that. You know, obviously there's definitely Magi. There's definitely a lot of theory crafting that goes into how this should work if Mighty's going to take this. Now, this is something you can also do with Morales and Zarya. You get full energy, and then they just blow up the cannon towers, and you trade mana for structure damage, basically.
And the Swoi and Zhonga just going around the lane, just harassing them. They actually got 1 kill on top on Falstad, so that bought them a lot of time, especially for Tychus, who would have had somewhat of a hard time against Falstad, just standing 1-on-1.
The other thing, too, to keep in mind is if they hadn't killed Falstad, this would be even better for Mighty in terms of pushing power. They would miss those waves in the top lane. They'd probably be significantly ahead in EXP right now, so that's a very important pick-off. How do you mention that? All right, we're going to see Sands is trying to build up a little bit more energy here as Jungha is trying to get into position for a combo. Nasong knows his position. He's always in position to heal, but he is not going any further forward than where he is right now because it's just too risky.
And SDE as Greymane before he was in a very aggressive position before. Let's see how well he can play with Vala as having the Morales healing from the back. Joker in a pretty nice position, just taking some damage, but it looks like this is a little bit too dangerous. He manages to just stay alive.
Not
for
entirely
now.
sure why Nasong wasn't healing him there. Perhaps just barely out of range or was focusing more on the Vala. They didn't make this work, unfortunately. Jungha's actually going to commit into SDE. You can see just how much Morales can do, but it's not enough for all this burst. Leaving gets the kill there, and this Punisher is going to push down now. Falstad going back mid, not able to poke and help deal with this. Could have just tried to go for Soak, but he's met with Noblesse there, who clears the wave and actually can go get a wave top. So they're just basically getting 3 lanes of EXP while killing this wall completely. Big lead now for L5.
L5, they're making sure that they're not burning off any of their lane minion EXPs, while, well, Mighty's having the Falstad, and Bog actually flew this over to Sarah Chen. Swoy out of position a little bit. Joker trying to get a grasp, and there goes Malfurion at the end.
Really nicely done. You know, you'd always have to have a Gust to have a Falstad gank. That was really well done. Too aggressive there with Swoy. Magi dodges Noblesse. Noblesse was looking for him there on the rotation to slow that down. And then Magi gets up here for free, is not going to miss this wave since the cannon towers where one was down and one was out of ammo, so that works in his favor as he doesn't miss the wave.
There's some Falstad, really good Falstad players, and then they always say, depending on where you land from that flight, you could tell how good that player is just by looking at that. And where Magi just landed, that kind of forced Swoy to go up instead of following his teammate, which brought them the kill, I think. I really like that landing position. I wish to see more of those plays.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Magi's been really on fire on the Falstad. Gave him mad props for his win over Miracle yesterday on the hero, and I'm gonna give it to him again here. If Sands could tighten up his play on Zarya, which is mostly decisional play, not really the mechanical plays on the Zarya, if he tightens that up, I think Mighty would have had a better chance in the first game. And Sands played well yesterday. I have faith that he's going to at least play better in game 2 than he did in 1 so far. But L5 has a significant lead, despite the pick that we just talked about onto Swoy. Jungha's going to actually time this. They're going to leave it here because, again, if you have an objective at the same time as you'd have the Vert camp pushing, doesn't get as much value. It's risky to leave it there, though. They are just going to take it anyways. As they see
they need to join and start the shrine.
They also
Kerrigan is already just annihilating those minions on the shrine. And Mighty, seeing that, just trying to get some pick off. Noblesse is the only one in the front line, does not really get caught that.
Yeah, they also, you know, see that the camp of their opponent's is taken, so they don't want to get pushed too hard on that. It's going to kind of neutralize things here. Noblesse in really good position to try to get Nasong in a place where he's caught and Jungha can get a combo off onto him. Jungha's just going to go ahead and try to steal some of these monsters, but he gets burst here by that Falstad boomerang. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And at the end, Kerrigan tries to heal on that minion just at the very end, but still just falls to death. And Mighty, this was their chance because L5 was about to hit level 10. If they hit level 10, they have no way to contest, but right now, and it looks like L5 is going to contest a little bit more as they have almost close to third. They have 32, so they can contest, but Mighty just have a lot more in the shrine, better positioning, so L5 decides to back off for now.
Really, really good target fire there onto Jungha. Yeah, Jungha lived, but losing that much health caused Mighty to get this. L5 is still going to have 10 first, which is really important, but this Punisher is going to help Mighty catch up. They have Falstad, they can split and soak. There's no one in the bot lane right now because Mighty had some disjointment on their communications here. Probably should have sent someone down bot faster than rotated down mid. They miss a wave, or about half of it here, as you can see. Magi is going to come and push Noblesse away and finally clear that wave, but they're not going to get 10 as quickly as they could have. And they're actually going to commit to a tri-lane down here just briefly. They really want this wave. They're going to use 3 people to make sure they can get it safely, because if it was just one trying to push that next wave, it would be too risky. Sands rotates back up here into the mid. and is so close to getting the level 10. He wants the expulsion zone because if Kerrigan goes in, he sends the expulsion zone out. The Kerrigan is going to be caught alone.
I think that Mighty's play just around that shrine, taking down that Kerrigan, and decided to go all the way in. Bala's a little bit out of position, but he's safe. But still, that was like the only timing where they could engage before L5 could hit level 10, which was crucial. I think if they hadn't done that, then like L5 snowball could have been like super big, having that Kerrigan alive. But still, Mighty have a good chance of coming back now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a solid position for them because they both have heroics. You see that ETC is actually waiting. Joker here, which heroic is he going to use? There's a lot of interrupt potential here with Wave of Force and, of course, Kerrigan's existence, and plus the Johanna. So I'd say as tempting as it is to take Mosh sometimes, this is one of those must-stage type situations. And this makes Joker more valuable as a hero to soak. So I think that's what he's going to choose in the end.
And Tigers also went for Odin instead of the laser. It looks like they're gonna stall some time for him to change into the Odin form and get those minion kills along with Kerrigan, just to speed things up.
Okay, Mighty's in a better position, or no, sorry, L5's in better position here than Mighty. That scouting drone is cleared up already. They're going to try to soak here a little bit, but this gives control to Jung'an. He's just going to solo shrine it right now. Rotation down here by Joker, and the only one really left is Falstad. Here he comes flying in. Now they're going to try two contestants. They're on even talent tiers right now. ETC has not shown his stage dive. Odin is popped.
And Joker, maybe this is the chance to pop that mosh pit, even if he really get a good power slide into L5. Good positioning by L5 coming in. Joker really staying in the front line, but the minion numbers are really going in favor. Oh, and he does pick mosh pit. Looks like he's going to go all in with that mosh pit. Let's take a look if he can actually have the chance to it. But Odin doing so much poking from all the way back.
And Sans has full energy here, essentially. He was in the front lines absorbing with his shields, and then set up the heals. Nasong was setting that up, so he's doing a lot of damage. He's got a big threat that L5 is going to have to deal with. Kerrigan goes in, commits to getting the last skeletons here, so it will be an L5 Punisher, but they lost Jung'an. And this is an opportunity here for Mighty, but not if they get stunned by the Punisher. Punisher's like, who cares about lanes? I'm going into the jungle. Coming back now, the Punisher's being a little bit more behaved. It's an Arcane Punisher, which is a very strong one, the strongest by far.
But they've stalled some time by making it go to the side. And the expulsion engine pops out, and Joker comes around from the back. He has a mosh, and the entire L5. See the positioning of L5 just going all out. And Mafuri is the first one to die. Noblesse trying to soak in some damage from the front. And it looks like Nitrogen decides to teleport in. That was super dangerous.
Super dangerous. You know, he went Calamity, of course. That's super standard right now. Magi is on the chase, does not actually finish him off. Noblesse looks to escape for the time being. Just barely gets out there. Will Hearth home. The Punisher, though, completely ignored by Mighty. They needed to get picks to make this rotation towards the fort to get picks worth it. If you're going to commit to picks and let the Punisher do damage, you need to get them. If you fail to get them, then the Punisher is going to take care of your keep wall. It's an Arcane Punisher. The longer you leave an Arcane Punisher, the more damage it does with its ability. Magi finally clears that up, but L5 gets massively ahead here.
Yeah, that took a long time. But notice how when Joker tries to come in with the power slide, because they knew the mosh is still available, all four of them just spreads apart. They know it's coming. It was
actually hilarious.
A beauty.
It was hilarious because you see Joker come in for the mosh pit. He hits no one because of the spread, and he's just instantly knocked out of it. Like, you didn't even hear the sound. Like, if you weren't paying attention close, you might even not know that he tried to mosh there because it was interrupted so quickly. L5 was just waiting. Oh, here's the Blessed Shield. Sans is caught and killed. And this is on top of a Fallen Shaman camp that's pushing down onto this fort. They're going to get it easily, and the Fallen Shaman can help push this now down onto the keep wall.
At least they have Falstad soaking at the bottom lane, EXP a little, so they're still maintaining just one double lead for L5. Mighty, they still have a good chance of coming back. L5 making some great plays in this game number 2.
Magi is going to counterwise get this fort, but L5 steals the Impalers, and because of the heavy pressure on this lane and all the waves, they have total control of the map. They can actually probably take both Impaler camps if they want to here. They're going to head towards the red side Impalers first, steal those from Mighty, and they can rotate down to the bottom Impalers, then even take the left one. surprised Kerrigan isn't actually starting to work on the Impalers right now. She's just kind of sitting in the lane, pushing the wave first. They want to eliminate vision first before they do this.
They want to take all the camp. They're going all greedy, but it's reasonable to be greedy. There's no one. They know that Mighty is not even around here.
Yeah, look at the positioning of Noblesse right now. He's denying them from mounting. He's actually locking them out. They have vision with the minion wave now, and they denied vision. That's why Kerrigan cleared that wave before actually aggressively doing it. She could have taken it for free, but she wanted to play it super safe, so Jungha clears the wave. They have total vision control. They get all three, which are away now from this spawn, so Mighty is almost checkmated at this point. There's no good move. Wave of Force locks Magi into place here. So
and
they
two heroics used just to save Magi, and Noblesse has been, and then cleanse, very good cleanse, but still Magi falls down first. And SDE quite an aggressive position right in front. Noblesse has been doing so much soaking in the front, and Mosh Pit does pop. That is cancelled right away. Looks like L5 is going to take this team fight.
Looks like it. Nasong tries to fly away with Medevac there. It was pretty disastrous.
And still the mid lane and bot lane is still keep on pushing, and Jungha can just have fun just resetting the queues.
Looks like they're going to just try to keep these Mercs alive, save them here. SDE is trying to go on to Noblesse. This is actually going to turn out badly. He doesn't have Blessed Shield, so needs to leave. SDE is just trying to do what poking he can, but with all these Impalers still alive here, Malfurion can continue to heal this wave and push it in. The bot is pushing onto the keep. They can't stop this, and if they rotate away, L5 can follow because they still have these Impalers pushing the middle keep wall.
Yeah, just excellent play by L5. Noblesse just staying in the right position in the front, soaking all that aggro from the front line. I think Noblesse, not just Noblesse, the entire team of L5 is more coordinated when it comes to team play and all the macros. They are near perfection. They're showing up the beauty of the game almost. And Mighty, against that Magi getting caught from the beginning of the fight, that was one of the crucial things that happened. And even popping Zarya's ult just to save Magi was not a waste, but still Magi ended up falling down at the very end. So there it goes, and looks like L5 is trying to push.
Okay, Joker gets caught here. He's actually then rooted by the Punisher, then jumped on by the Punisher. Poor Joker, man. Nasong's trying his best to keep him alive. But with all the pressure the Punisher just gave, plus the stun there, this is going to be a dead keep, it looks like. One more magic missile wave coming up. They just barely save it as Nitrogen has to teleport away, trying to use Wave of Force here. He actually goes down. Can Mighty continue the chase here? Swoy's coming next to Polly's Ice Block has expired. And Mighty with the first big win in this game so far. Save the keep, get 2 picks. What can they do here? The entire map is blue. There's no Mercs available. Looks like they're just going to try to soak all 3 lanes to catch up on EXP.
They have to. The talent is still the same, but they didn't have Mosh available at the time. If Joker had Mosh, that would have been a little bit better, so to say, for Mighty's side. And L5 gladly, having no Mosh, they could at least save 3 out of 5.
Yeah. All right, this wall is down. We're going to try to push this forward. Remember, we're later on in the game, supports are worth more in this comeback sort of situation for Mighty.
But L5 still has to be careful. Magi comes around to the side, does not gust yet, and Joker still having that Mosh. They need to be careful. Noblesse out of position. I feel like that expulsion zone was already like kind of a miscommunication there.
Yeah, definitely wasn't how they wanted to use it there. The fort survives as a result, as they're able to find any picks here.
Magi even flew in for that.
They maybe for about 10% actually caught up in EXP. Oh, they're going to party vent here. 100% Noblesse just checks this. Walks right in, doesn't even use his E until afterwards.
See how SCSE just came with Noblesse and he just steps back right before just to make sure. That's one of those little small tiny plays that makes the changes. But they're world-class level. They're the defending champions. They are so good at this game. Wow, SCSC just incredible.
Don't forget too, I mean, just constantly throwing in the missiles to make sure that no one was here beforehand. Noblesse knew that if there were members in there, without using his E, he'd be okay, because he can just simply cleanse himself, essentially. And also that he could use it afterwards to win the fight if they committed. So many good things happening here for L5. Mighty's choice to be in the vent, not a bad one, but L5 just outplayed them. They're so close to 20 now. Mighty just was unable to catch up in EXP. They want to take a fight. They have a small window before 20 now.
So before they hit 20, they want to fight, they want to get this minions. But L5, it looks like they want to fight after hitting 20. Tychus was soaking a little bit on that bottom lane. They're about to hit 20. Looks like Leeming will be the one that makes them 20. Mighty really taking all these minions already up in 26. Let's see if they hit 20, decides to go in. Noblesse does go in. They hit 20 now. Let's see what happens.
Okay, here we go. Joker, of course, has Mosh Pit. We'll see if he can actually get a big one on. Lowers the positioning of L5. Where are you going to Mosh Pit here? Perfect split. It's an arc. It's a circle, basically, around here. No one is going to get moshed. Mighty's so close to winning the Punisher. Now they don't have 20. They can't engage this. They're trying to get a pick here on a Noblesse, but Noblesse can cancel the mosh immediately as long as he's not caught in it. And this is going to be a Punisher here. Top keep goes down. Meanwhile, while Mighty was trying to do this because the push was on with the Fallen Shaman camp. And this may be a push to win here for L5. Mighty just somehow, someway needs to win a fight without 20. It seems unlikely, but it's their only hope here.
The only hope is the mosh pit and the Gus too. Actually, Gus can actually make them go into the mosh pit also. I've seen that happen several times, but it is super hard to have that wombo combo in there. And all five just splitting, having them spread out the entire time. It's amazing. Let's see what Mighty can actually do. I think Magi will be the one to actually engage, but still, this Punisher at 18 minutes, so much health left. Jumping on SDE for now that they have the keep. They have the second keep now. They're going for the core. Let's see if Joker comes in.
I don't think this core is going to work. Jongha is insanely low. He has to use a minion to jump away here. This is Mighty's opportunity. Maybe they could take a fight here without 20, but they don't commit to it. They could have tried to fly for a gust and push into the core there, try to get a mosh pit. Beautiful wave of force there by Nacho Gen to stop the chase. They're just going to steal these Impalers on their way out. Could have been a win for L5. But with Jongha getting so low, I think the better choice is to just back off. They already have 2 keeps. They have these Impalers pushing. They're just going to clear the map, make it blue, and then wait for the next opportunity. Mighty will have 20, which is unfortunate for L5, but they have that keep pressure, or excuse me, because they killed the keeps, they have the catapult pressure.
How L5 just controls the entire map and controls the lead. They know how to snowball. I think that they are the most coordinated in, not just in team fight, and how they flow in the entire map, not just in this map, in almost every map. And Noblesse, of course, not getting caught by that power slide.
Okay, this is 20. This means it's time to get Bolt. If Joker can bolt in and get a mosh pit, like if he blind bolted in right now, he might have a huge opportunity.
He's not choosing it yet,
Yeah.
just to be careful. Maybe we'll pick the Death Rattle one.
There's the Death Rattle one, but also there's Storm Shield, which you can use to end a game later on. Usually players wait for the ETC one until right before they can use it because Bolt telegraphs what he can do. If you take Bolt and then you never really get value out of it, you win a big fight later, and Storm Shield can help you core. There's that, so you want to save it. ETC's 20 is one of the most complicated 20s in the entire game. Like
You can even take Turbos.
Yeah, everything is good. Like literally everything he can take is good.
Now 5 still, even with that level lead, now they have 20. Being a little cautious at the end, we could see from the beginning. See, they're a team that can go super aggressive at the time when needed, coordinated at the same time.
They have to, Mighty has to win a fight now. Look at the pushes. Every lane is pushed. The Punisher is spawning.
Oh, Magi is in danger. This is gonna be
That's it.
the game move. This is gonna be the game over move. Magi, we saw Magi getting cut off like that a few times, and oh my.
This is, the Punisher spawns in a down keep lane. It's 5v4. Mighty will have to win a 4v5 fight in order to win this game right now. If they don't do it, the Punisher's gonna push. 42 seconds until Falstad respawns, so we will be alive. I really want to say they have a chance, but this is going to be an uphill battle. It's going to have to happen quickly.
Close to 0 right now, especially with Kerrigan just destroying, picking up this, and even Catapults is pushing the core. They have to make a decision now, and it is 4v5. They are pushed all the way to the core. They have to decide now. They have no choice after all.
They got a good minion spawn back at home, so that's going to buy them some time here. Joker still hasn't picked his level 20. He's waiting for the perfect moment here. Stone Skin used right now, Iron Skin I should say, by Noblesse. He's taking some damage here. Joker trying to get a position, knows L5's missing. No mosh pit available here as he's just constantly out-positioned. SDE is gonna go down. This looks disastrous. Joker is dead before he can even pick his 20. It's now 5v3. Medevac is canceled. Nasong goes down. And that is GG, Heroes fans, as L5 is going to move on to match point.
Well, game's not over yet, but that is basically it, as this Punisher is just gonna go punch down the core. That Magi getting cut off at the bottom, that was super crucial at the end. But still, L5, I just have to give compliments, like give lots of props to L5. They're just so good. How can they be, like, they know exactly what to do at the right time, how to fight. Mighty, they're still a good team. They had some coordinations, but Joker, having that mosh pit really did not help too much in this game. Maybe stage, especially having leaving on the other side, that would have been.
That's, yeah, I said earlier, I felt like this was a must-pick stage dive map. Mighty down 0-2 now. L5 dominates this game. And there was a lot of things that went wrong in that game, but I really feel like it went down to the turning point in this game was the moment when they won the, like, when L5 won the Punisher. They got the Arcane Punisher in the bot lane. They lost a member. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Jungle. But anyways, it was a 4v5 for them. Mighty chased. Instead of dealing with the Punisher, they didn't get any kills, lost somebody, and the Punisher basically killed the keep wall and started going onto the keep. That was a turning point moment. From then on, it was just so much of a lead that L5 made no mistakes. They basically played perfect. And Mighty tried what they could, but they couldn't find any cracks. The mosh pit, as you said, didn't find any angles, and it was pretty clean.
Remember when MVP Black looked unbeatable? I think L5 is actually a lot stronger than MVP Black's top tier position like a year ago from now on. I think L5 has that coordination for teamfight and macro just on top of the list. It's the best team in the world still, and for now, as a paper, as we saw couple of games from yesterday and today, they still look pretty, not just pretty strong, super strong, close to invincible right now.
If they win this match, they will have a 6-0 lead. They'll be at the top of the charts. Mighty is going to try to fight back. It doesn't look easy here, but they're going to try to do what they can. I mean, it's a 2-0 series. The drafting has been better for L5. The rotations have been better for L5. The team fighting's been better for L5. So if you're Mighty, what do you do at this point?
Well, Mighty, you just gotta come back and we're just gonna go to commercial break before they'll get back something, and then let's see if Mighty can come back in game number 3.